Wonder Woman is mid.
I'm ugly and I'm proud.
God, should I even start off the video by saying that? I now have 10,000 angry enthusiasts breathing down my neck and spamming my comment section, and guess what? I don't care. Wonder Woman Flight of Courage is the newest coaster at Six Flags Magic Mountain. It is the newest RMC, it's a single rail clone of Jersey Devil, record-breaking 20th coaster at Magic Mountain, and according to me, it's mid. Why so? Well, you have to watch the video to find out. Before we start, I would really appreciate it if you like and subscribe. It means a lot more than you think and will help a small channel like us grow. As always, when I start off with the review, I talk about theming, looks, appearances, queue lines. You know the drill. So we will do just that. This coaster is themed to Wonder Woman, well, obviously, but I'm convinced that McDonald's sponsored Six Flags to make this coaster, as I mean, look at it. It has the colors of the McDonald's logo. I would not be surprised if the hex codes match perfectly, and from here on out, it's called the Ronald McDonald Coaster. Well, looking past the whack colors, you have the queue line. There's a small outdoor bit before heading into a nice AC room that is themed really well for a Six Flags park. Following this, you have a locker room that is always crowded and hella musty, and it's just not a pleasant experience whatsoever. There are some paid lockers, but they give you some for free, and I was pulling my bag out of the free locker and I almost made the whole plastic rack fall down on me like you see in those vines. It didn't, but it moved 1 or 2 inches, and I found it really funny that my twig arms could move a whole bunch of lockers. Anyways, once you get up to the station, you'll notice that the train ain't stopped for you. This adds so much to the operations, as it not only dispatches trains on mostly its own will, it creates a sense of urgency for riders. This is why it has the best operations in the entire park, and the line is never really at a standstill. The trains are your Raptor trains that seat rows of 1. It's basically seat assignments at the station, however back row is really the only good way to ride, so if you had the choice, definitely choose that. The layout of the coaster is as follows. You have a chain lift, there's nothing really special about it. You then have the first drop, which provides amazing ejector airtime, like some of the best. Flashwing says it rivals Twisted Colossus's first drop in the back row, but I don't think it does, so I'll leave that up for you to decide. You then drop down and come back up into a dive loop. This provides some airtime before you are thrown back into your seat. You then have a camelback that provides some nice sustained ejector, and then transition into a 0G stall that gives some hang time. But in my opinion, it's not really that good, mainly because you have these not so comfortable shoulder straps that interfere more than I would like them to. You then pop back up into this turnaround that is somewhat whippy and provides a pop of airtime on the entrance and the exit. You then go into a 0G roll, and I love 0G roll, so it's one of my favorite parts of the ride. The one on Twisted Colossus is still way better though. You then pop up into a mid-course brake run that does not really slow you down too much. Finally, you drop into a turnaround that goes into a series of Outer Bank bunny hills. The last 2 are basically wave turns. All these moments provide pops of airtime until you hit the final brake run. Now my words to sum up this coaster is, there is airtime in all the places you would expect to have airtime. It's RMC, come on. I love airtime, I love Twisted Colossus, which is also by RMC, but for some reason this coaster just does not click with me. I want to say it's the rattle, but I know it's not. I am prone to roughness and is why I hate Viper and hate X2, but for whatever odd reason, I can completely look past the roughness on this coaster and I am not sure why. So it's not the roughness, but this coaster still does not hit me in the way others do. Why? I'm not exactly sure. I want to say it's a shoulder strap, harness, comfort collar things, whatever you want to call it. It just ruins some of the forces for me and makes for a less enjoyable experience. The shoulder strap can also slip on and off your shoulder, which annoys me quite a bit. I thought I didn't have OCD, but I swear the shoulder strap moving around is killing me. So maybe it is the restraints. Take it with a grain of salt though. Now another thing that I want to mention before we end the video is it looks like most of the problems with Jersey Devil Coaster was fixed with Wonder Woman. The mid-course does not hit too hard, and I am generally satisfied with the pacing and whip of this coaster. The back row is still definitely the way to ride, but this coaster didn't let me down like Jersey Devil did for some others, but it also didn't have me raving over it, so maybe it's not it. The pacing seemed to be mostly the same throughout the day. I went on a 100-degree summer day, and I rode it in the morning, and then I rode it at night, and I didn't notice too much of a difference in terms of pacing. I sat in the back row the second time, so I did get a little extra airtime there, but still with that, it's not elite. I wouldn't say this coaster is bad, it is still very good. I rank it number 3 in the park, only behind Twisted Colossus and Tatsu. Yes, I am an X2 hater, so it has a decent spot there. I don't think this coaster offers much that Six Flags already didn't have. You had the ejector airtime with the other neighboring RMC, and you had some whip and pacing with the Batman clone. I'm not saying they shouldn't have added it, I'm just saying it doesn't offer much of a new experience, although the single rail aesthetic is pretty unique and quirky. Overall, the Ronald McDonald Coaster has an airtime-packed layout with an immense amount of whip and pacing, just like other RMC Raptors. There is a little bit of a rattle, I would say more than a bit. It's a little shaky, especially for being brand new and by RMC, but it's really easy to look past it. The restraints are a bit bothersome for me, but the colors are probably needed because of the whip and pacing. And the theming is very good for a Six Flags park, the operations are amazing, and the locker system sucks so much. Anyways, for my overall ranking out of 10, I'm going to give Wonder Woman Flight of Courage, I called it by the right name this time, an 8.5 out of 10. Let me know if you agree with me in the comment section below, and as always, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.